that that made him claim that this one is his worst series yet because hacks everywhere. Look, from the U-turn here, the centuries got paralyzed. What's up, YouTube? F1 is here from Pokemon Showdown, and if you may have noticed, I am actually hosting the Camomons Isle of Armor launch tournament, and in a few minutes' time, a battle will commence between the two finalists, Andyboy and Jrdn. And with that, I am now with someone, a special guest who will be our co-commentator for these matches, and this is no other than, once again, Chazm. Hello there, Chazm.
Hey.
So,
I'm back in the lobby.
yeah, I know.
It's 44. It's 12:44 a.m.
Yeah, I know it's like in the middle of the night for you. it's the middle of the night for you, but I'd like to thank you for accepting my invitation once again in this endeavor. So right now we're focusing on the two finalists, Jrdn and Andyboy, and based on the historical records that we have, say Jrdn scored a 9-1 record in the last iteration of Other Metagames Premier League, focusing in the Camomons metagame itself. Although he has an overall record of 9-2, because he lost to Stretch in the final tiebreak. And then as for Andyboy, he's part of the Camomons Council, but apparently he's more focused in Mix and Mega in the last iteration of Other Metagames Premier League as well. And currently in this tournament itself, Jrdn and Andyboy scored only one loss in the entire tournament. Like, they actually won in 3 in just one round, and the rest of them, they really dominate. They really dominate the entire tournament, which is really a great thing, and it's really a deserving thing. So with that, let's focus on what they're trying to bring up in their replays. So here comes. Let's see. It's this one right here. So here's this first team brought by Jrdn. Apparently, Jrdn was also selected to be part of round 0, which we call it. This is the qualifying round for the Camomons tournament, which is a rather a refreshing addition. We wanted everyone to play, and I guess I don't actually want buys as well, so I wanted to give everyone a chance to play in this metagame, especially with the metagame being not so active because it doesn't have a ladder. And here we have Jrdn against Carl Dude Guy. Apparently, this is the only time Jrdn has to win in 3 matches, and the second game isn't recorded. So Jrdn right now brings here a Slowbro, Magearna, Mew, Toxtricity, Necrozma, and Indeedee, and apparently it brought him how many times? Probably 3 times, and this is one of the most notable teams that he will probably use at this moment. So let's say we'll bring in some replays. I guess. Let's highlight some of them. Apologies for the lag. Yeah, there's a Dragon Fairy, Magearna, and then we'll skip through these. Would you mind would you mind giving it some form of thoughts about this team? How it fares well in the actual metagame?
Sorry, I'm not exactly sure which games you're talking about. Are you talking about Jordan's past games in the qualifying, or
No, the qualifying round for Jrdn, he's facing Zio Trip, and sadly, Zio Trip has to, give Jrdn the win, and so he advances to round 1.
yeah, I'm looking at his his first team.
Yeah.
If I were to guess exactly what this is looking for, it's mainly anti-priority. This sort of is more of a classification of how Jordan Strange is getting into games. This one tends to be has more standard mons, but with a twist to deal with some potentially game-breaking positions.
Yeah. And let's highlight that in the other replays, I guess. So let's do this. So this is his third game. The second game again wasn't recorded, so this is the game 3, which features Chinchino, Heracross, Alolan Marowak, Hippowdon, there's Mew, and Urshifu. This Urshifu is Dark Poison variant, I guess. I can't remember already. So
to guess on preview alone, I would probably suggest that the Urshifu is actually a water type. It is the water type variant.
The Rapid Striker.
Mostly because this team should already have a dark type in either Marowak or Heracross. It's very from the instant look, it's very anti-bound. Specifically so.
Yeah,
I'd imagine the Urshifu is probably a water variant Scarf.
Yeah, but apparently this Urshifu is actually a single strike variant, a Dark Poison variant, and his Chinchino, on the other hand, is an Ice Guard Weavile-esque variant, which is it's kind of amazing. So let's get
again. This is further emphasizing Jordan's more anti-meta game ways of building.
Yeah.
The Ice Dark is most likely because Chinchino, I guess, triple axle. DLC one.
That is true. And look at the damage. Probably it's a Choice Band variant. I like it. So again, we could skip some
180 BP boost without significant drawbacks.
That is true. The significant drawback for triple axle is its propensity to miss.
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to skip that, and then we could proceed with the 2 other replays here. And Jrdn has used the same. This one. This is the second round against Klepper, and now we're going to proceed with. He's using the same team as the first round. Same Slowbro Magirna Mew, and it features Toxtricity, and he won there. We're going to skip that. And now we're going to feature another one, which is this one. Pretty much the same as last round. This is one of the more notable teams, the Chinchino Technician. It's actually Technician Chinchino that brought it to be that way. I haven't seen a Marowak set yet, so Urshifu. Then we can skip replays here and there.
If I was to guess off of whim, Marowak is probably ground fire, given how it is.
Yeah. Hippowdon's rock ground probably is a way of dealing with Mew, so... Ooh. Backing it. Triple Axel. Triple Axel missed. Okay, that's really bad. No, it's ghost fighting. Yeah. This Marowak is ghost fighting and it has Poltergeist and Low Kick, yeah. And that's one of his notable teams. And probably you could use...
If you ask me, I would always prefer Ghost Ground case.
Ghost Ground.
Not slightly types that deal with Ghost Ground are less types that go fighting.
Yeah. You find it awkward?
Earthquake is... And most flying type have to go heavy, no ice, so they'll often have it.
Alright.
It personally makes more sense Marowak be a ground X.
Ground Ghost, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's, I guess, but as long as it fits to the team, as long as it fits to the team, and why not, right? So this one, this is a new team by Jrdn against Poison Adhesive. This time, this is round 3, and Jrdn claims this series to be the worst because look at turn 1. It features here a Slowbro, another Urshifu. Wow, Jrdn really is a fan of Urshifu. And then a Mungus, that he didn't really modify it with Regenerator, instead using FX Spore. That really made it, that made it claim that this one is his worst series yet, because hacks everywhere, you know? Look, from the U-turn here, the Cinderace got paralyzed. Good lord.
What's this build that is so good? All it does have is that it tends to ignore the team builder sometimes.
Yeah.
There is a certain thing a lot of OM players, Jrdn, is where Jrdn will forget to aiming 40 another stat.
Yeah.
It barely matters, but Jrdn does it so often.
Yeah, and he says here, instead of Black Sludge, he has Black Belt. Good lord. Instead of Black Sludge, it's Black Belt, but, well, we can skip that replay, but... And then the next one... Okay, here's the next one. Yeah, it's one of the teams that he used. This is one of the most notable ones. And then come round 4, which is against Meta Riolu 7. Where is it? Here we go. Here's the first one. The first game he actually featured the team from the second round, which is featuring the Ghost Fighting Marowak, the Ice Dark Chinchino, Heracross, and everything. But I guess we can. We're just here to, share what Jrdn's notable teams are, and I guess probably he actually built all of these teams by himself, which is really a valiant effort on his end. Don't you think?
Considering most of Jrdn's teams have their own charm to it, I would like. He doesn't really utilize other teams built by other.
Yeah.
He generally tends to have his own building style, but really replicated well by anyone else.
That is true. This is why Jrdn is considered to be one of the madmen in the Camomons metagame, don't you think? This is why I think that being a madman that he is, and he has his own, he really explores a lot. Explores as a lot as I am, I guess. And there it is. And then we can skip one more replay. Proceeding with the one against... Yeah. I'm guessing this is the more updated version. The more updated version. Water Psychic Slowbro, which is nice. Which is really neat. And then I guess this Among Us, right?
Record.
Yeah.
I also never built my other. Never get into it. It feels more from my side to build from my own.
Yeah.
It's like I can get all the match.
Yeah. So this one features the replays from.
It feels like I'm playing with someone else's money.
yeah. So with that,
unless it's like ski rain from in Sun and Moon OU, like there are some teams that are just so consistent. You might as well start running. You might as well run anyway, just to get some of the earlier matches of the tournament. Wow.
Now,
we can still look at Andy's side.
Yeah, while okay, and mostly Andyboy's teams were mostly coming from you, Chazm, the Araquanid.
Yes. To be fair, that web is very good. I do make Jrdn.
Okay. Yeah. And now we're going to feature some of the replays, some of the highlights. This time it's featuring Andyboy. And Andyboy versus SBBC, who got subbed in the last minute due to his former opponent Havens being inactive. So his first team, again, this one is his one of the most notable teams that he uses. And apparently this one is built by Chazm, the Araquanid, Lucario, Heracross, Crawdon. Yeah, it's mostly full of priority users here, featuring Lucario, Aquajet, Crawdon, am I right?
Yes.
And then Grassy Glide, Rillaboom, under Grassy Terran.
Correctly.
And then finally,
that one was very specific because any other typing in the Side Surge matchup would be illegal.
Yeah, priority everywhere. Yeah, and then here's our next replay, this time featuring in the Hills' one. We have an Arcanine, Volcarona, Dragapult, Mew, Mandibuzz, and Slowbro, which is definitely a balanced team. And he dominated in all.
This one uses one of the more recent it's utilizing the leftover archetype.
Yeah.
In this particular build, it's a normal fairy.
The normal fairy one, yeah.
Berserker Light 4 is a particularly interesting idea. Because Arcanine often doesn't get the bridge priority.
Yeah.
So, it's a difficult prospect to think of.
Yeah.
So you have to end up looking through risk management.
Yeah, I see. And then look at the rest of the replays here. Will I miss anything? This one is from the replay against Tricoma. Oh, I never saw this coming. Andyboy runs a rain team. So he has Pelipper, Mew, Barraskewda, which is I'm actually skeptical of Barraskewda these days, but I know he has Flip Turn. And then because Dreadnought, Reuniclus, and Dragapult, which is something I've never seen before, because he mostly uses either of those two teams, one coming from you and one from in the hills. And this one maybe is inspired from the rain teams I have, I don't know.
It's like more of a
slight variation of it, I guess.
Record aside from very uniqueness, it looks very simple in prospect. I would honestly have expected people if we built itself, but I'm honest, I'm probably expecting to have it. I don't know the first brain, but it's definitely not built by.
Okay, and then this one. Oh, this one's against Tsukasa. Same team again. Same Chazm team. And then another one which features Tsukasa featuring Carl Dude Guy's team, and Andyboy featuring In the Hills' Balance team, which is probably one of the most iconic teams I've ever seen. Probably, but I wouldn't say iconic. Let's say one of the most popular teams to date. In the Hills is pretty much straightforward. One of the most notable teams, I guess. And this is the last round before the finals, wherein apparently Andyboy used your team, and I mean your team in both games 1 and 3, and then he uses a different team in game 2 which he lost. So this is the getup. this is his getup. Pretty much the same setup as earlier, but I guess this one is like, wait up, don't you have the Mew before? Oh, okay. Probably he replaces a Pokemon with a Mew, which is a variation of yours, I guess. Yeah, it definitely is a variation. He actually replaces Crawdont with a Mew, which adds another layer of special attacking prowess, I guess. At least Mew, as a special attacker, can deal that much damage. I'm not sure if Chazm's still there. Chazm, you still there? Oh, got a tip for a moment. Oh my gosh. Alright, and with that, time to mention those notable replays on notable teams, both finalists used in the tour. And with that, we'll be right back. There we go. Let's advertise in the channel. Oh, this features a wow. That was an interesting set right there. Features a Komo-O Slowbro Mew, Mandibuzz, Dragapult, and Jirachi on Andyboy's corner, while Jrdn features a Scyther, Heracross, Tentacruel, Cobalion, Rillaboom, and Porygon C. Wow, this is... I'm feeling Andyboy's team was the one he used against Thresh in Game 2 that he lost. And Jrdn's team was really way out there, don't you think? And now he sends in Komo-O and Tentacruel right there. Komo-O on Andyboy's corner and Tentacruel on Jrdn's corner. And you can see here, probably I would think this one right here, yeah, it's a Stealth Rocker. There we go. So what we have here, the earlier turns, you see Slowbro with a Rapid Spin, blocking the Rapid Spin attempt against Tentacruel, and going to teleport it. Ooh, an electric flying Cobalion. This is an interesting getup here. I remember Cobalion, an electric flying Cobalion, because I used that in one of my old teams at the very first round of, the very first week of Other Metagames Premier League, where I faced Madness 98, whom we fondly call as Yamato. And now, back to this getup actually. I have a guess here that there might be probably knocking off an incoming leftovers, incoming item from incoming Pokemon, I guess, or it could be toxic. It could use toxic against an incoming Slowbro, anticipating an incoming Rapid Spin. So let's see. This is kind of cool. I've seen that before. I've seen that in test matches against TAC and against SPPC. And it's kind of cool. Yeah, I knew that they're knocking off their items here and there. They're just defogging everything. And probably they're thinking, like we say, I'm not sure what side their set will, what side their set's going to bring. Probably a dual wing beat variant. Now here comes a double switch between a Cobalion and double switch. 2 Cobalion and 2 Komo-o respectively. Wow. Yep. Burst. As I would have expected. Normal Ghost Heracross, on the other hand, really is actually one of the most threatening. So this means no hazards for everyone else, for anyone else on the side of the field. And with that, he has to go to the fastest Pokemon in the Camomons metagame, no other than Dragapult. Probably a Specs variant. And looks like Jrdn doesn't have a Fairy type in his repertoire. Probably a Specs Draco Meteor could deem detrimental. Detrimental against Jrdn's team. Especially with Rillaboom being in Grass type. And it really should be a Grass type because of, Dragapult being... No, Rillaboom being benefiting from the Rock Slide, or Grassy Glide rather. Here comes Hydro Pump. Here goes. Yeah, a Flying, which is rather okay for a Technician boosted dual wing beater. Yeah. And probably he might use a Jirachi here, because I do remember this, the Jirachi that he has is a Steel Fairy variant with Doom Desire, and oh, he's using a Mew, an Electric Flying Mew instead, which is something I didn't remember it exists. Not that it exists, but I didn't remember that Andyboy's Mew was an Electric Flying variant, which is okay. Which is a safer option, actually. So I have a feeling Rillaboom is a Grass Ground variant, but that would mean it might mean a game over, I guess. And oh, Electric Psychic Porygon Z. Wow, what a madman! Usually, Porygon Z, one of the more common types, and the type that I use on Porygon Z is Electric Ice, which takes advantage. Another one is featuring a Psychic Electric Porygon Z that Jrdn uses, which is not exactly the most common. The other one, the more common variant for this Porygon Z is Electric Ghost, a Shadow Ball in there. So this is a Rotom-esque typing. Yep, Rillaboom's Grass Ground. My thoughts exactly. And it sends out Mew. So again, Electric Psychic really is fine. The Psychic is actually a high octane offensive move as well. Now I'm not exactly sure how this is going to pan out. Not sure whether it's a Scarf variant because of the Assault Vest Jirachi. The Assault Vest Jirachi being one of the more common Jirachi variants. And probably is going to use Thunderbolt again because he doesn't have an electric type to deal with, except for Jirachi taking 25% damage from Thunderbolt. Yeah, well, I'll probably get the switch. And Buzz is in. It takes solid damage. Damage was kind of solid, and it gets prone to not being knocked off. Which Porygon Z may die. Comes the Grass Ground, and just to let you know that the Grass Ground Rillaboom, it's not using Earthquake but instead using high horsepower, because by grassy terrain mechanics, Earthquake will deal less damage under grassy terrain. So there goes high horsepower, yeah, which is expected. And then probably go for Grassy Glide or another high horsepower in here and there. Let's see. Yeah, Grassy Glide. So, from the looks of it, here's some of the issues at this point. Rillaboom is in danger. Yeah, Rillaboom is in danger. He might come in and attack the numerous Pokemon here and there, but yeah, he actually sacked Rillaboom, succumbing to the U-turn from that Dragapult. Now I have no idea how will Jrdn win this. Especially with Dragapult being probably more likely he's going to be Specs at this point. Scyther's health is full, that's why he's going to use U-turn. And he goes for the Mew. In which it forces to go Porygon Z, I guess. Or no, yeah. But yeah, Heracross may survive a Hurricane or a Thunderbolt. Yeah, looking from the looks of it, it's going to use Facade here and there. Critical hit happened. Probably Dragapult, Draco Meteor everywhere, or even Hydro pumping it everywhere. And he does. And he does. Now it leaves him to use Porygon Z, and with Jirachi being able and I need to be able to survive hits. And he uses a Scyther. Interesting choice right there. It's 71% of its health. I'm not exactly sure if this is another Source Sense variant, because Scyther has. But this suggests me that this Scyther runs Eviolite. And it actually pulled out, which is interesting. Oh, she's like. Here comes Mew. And Scyther is actually faster than Mew. So. I'm guessing, will it survive that hit? Let's see. 70 HP, 80 special defense. I have no idea whether it's a use special 100 attack. 100 special attack would fare well against this Scyther right there. Oh. Okay. Going to her again. I have a feeling. No. No. Okay. They both roosted. Another Thunderbolt. Yeah. This is probably a GG. Jirachi can go Moonblast there. Unless paralysis. Unless paralysis attacks could happen. 10% chance to paralyze a Jirachi would be costly at some point. But I guess Jirachi can hit a Moonblast and KO Porygon Z later on. We'll see. Or if it can survive, but Jirachi can survive a Moonblast, but if Porygon Z survives a Moonblast, there's a 60% chance Porygon Z might receive a special attack drop, which weakens the Thunderbolt's power. This is why I actually love Jirachi. I love Jirachi, especially I wanted to have it paired with Haxorus, and Haxorus being, there we go. Paralysis chance, special attack drop. Why the hell did I actually predict a paralysis chance? A critical hit! That's a good game. It really is a good game. This is just first game. We'll see about the second match. So here it comes. Here comes game 2. Okay, never. There we go. In Andyboy's corner, he features Araquanid, Mew, Arcanine, Heracross, Lucario, and Rillaboom. And this is the variation of Chazm's hyper-offensive team with Crawdon over Mew. And the reason why he puts Mew in there because it adds another layer. It adds another layer to its, its ability to. Ooh, ooh. This is interesting. So Araquanid has to take 64 damage from a Steel Worker. A Telmise who has these much resistances and everything. And I have a feeling it can't run Sticky Web at this point. Jrdn's team on the other hand features Alakazam, Magnezone, Necrozma, Mew, Porygon Z again, and And Delmise, who has oh my god, Jrdn being a madman, a real madman at best. He's using a Weavile-esque typing, nice Dark Porygon Z. Oh, okay. I thought it was Pure Fairy, but it's actually Dragon Fairy. Probably it's my internet that's been lagging all throughout, I guess. And wow, look at that. And Prism Armor, oh. Nasty Blood Steel Fairy Mew is definitely an interesting take, not gonna lie. And I'm guessing he's going for Magnezone here, but the reason why Magnezone isn't that viable anymore, I mean not viable, and say it's has its viability reduced. Yeah, I have to rephrase it. It's because Magnezone doesn't have a backup fire attack. Or I would just wish Magnezone has Weather Ball. I would just wish for that. And now here comes Alakazam with the Ghost Fairy Alakazam, one of my favorite sets. Probably he's going to use Steel Normal here, yeah. Looks like Jrdn's in deep trouble right here. Unless this Alakazam has Focus Blast, which would be a whole lot crazy, if you ask me. So it takes a lot of time, and then here comes Mew, the Water Flying Mew, the Heavy Duty Boots. Probably going to use Scald, and then going to run Sticky Web against it. So, Porygon Z is Ice Dark, Alakazam is Ghost Fairy, Mew is Water Flying, and I have a guess Magnezone is Electric Fighting, and the trade-off from the lack of this certain move against certain move from Magnezone, let's say Hidden Power Fire, in which we're going to put Sunny Day in the first slot just to power up Hidden Power Fire's stab power, yeah? Because putting Hidden Power on the very first slot would end up having it a normal one. So, the trade-off, one of the huge trade-offs in Magnezone is Body Press. And what Body Press does is it uses its high defense stat to deal damage. Here goes the Sash. Comes counter. Okay. Interesting picks right there. I'm not sure who's in trouble now, and looks like Jrdn would be in deep trouble now. I mean, not exactly in deep trouble, but and oh, I mean, oh, Jrdn really is sneaky, putting Thunder Wave in as an emergency, you know. I can't remember what the reaction is like. Oh my lord! And yeah, Zen Headbutt. Okay, the more common variants for Alakazam would be using Nasty Plot and Encore, because it's a way of setting up. But if you're as gutsy as me, if you want to check out the Slurp of Team that I have in the previous video, I put in. Actually put in Curse to give more momentum despite sacrificing its health, just to give the rest of the team more momentum. I'm not sure if that's considered done. or it's actually an intentional thing. It's actually an intentional thing on Jrdn's end, because he paralyzed. Because he actually paralyzed paralyzed an Alakazam, paralyzed the Lucario with a Thunder Wave. So I guess it's a intentional at some point. Let's say I have a feeling. No. I'm not going to say it because I would be the craziest man ever would ever made. But another move that made that would be beneficial for Heracross is putting Feint. And the reason why I'm actually putting Feint on Heracross, because it adds some priority. Although, yeah, it's kind of sad that Heracross's Feint is kind of weak. It only is at 30 base power. But like, oh, oh, Andyboy's in deep trouble. What a tech! And I mean, what a tech! So many Jrdn techs. Probably going for Roost at this point. Going for Thunder Wave here. Yeah, he waits for the Thunder Wave. Probably going for Magnezone. And hope Arcanine gets fully paralyzed. And I guess that's the reason why Alakazam is putting in Thunder Wave too, which is essentially so beneficial for Porygon Z and his spec set. The Ice Dark. And it's Ice Dark, and I was like, man, that was wild. It would have been crazy if the Araquanid there had webs. If we could pull on the webs on Delmizing. Here it comes. Here's to hoping Andyboy doesn't get paralyzed. No. Okay. Here comes Porygon Z. Going to use Dark Balls in there. 8 out of 10. He'll be using that. 9 times out of 10, we'll be using that. I'm going for Iron Head here, or something else. If he goes for Extreme Speed, one of the issues for Alakazam would be if it goes for Trick. If it goes for Trick specs, probably my game plan, if I were Andyboy, my game plan would be Iron Head, using Iron Head, and then switch out. Iron Head and switch out, but of it. Yeah, I really it's what to expect from a team like his. He goes for Trick. Nope. Alakazam going for Roost. Going to wait for another Thunder Wave. Or going to switch out. Yeah. I'm not sure if Thunder can survive with Dark Balls. It tricks. And it's a Grassy Seed. It's a Grassy Seed. Man. But yeah, here's the issue. This Mew is especially offensive, especially defensive rather. Now it's time to lose his that much PP, and now Mew gets the burn. Yeah, Mew gets the burn. Probably fishing for that. Going to fish for that. And yeah, it's a Grassy Seed, beneficial for Mew to take on physical hits like a champ again. Which is a hot take. Which is rather hot. I'm not sure who will be in deep trouble after this. Probably I would think This is going to take so much time, yeah. But this is going to be an interesting one, I would say. Here's the thing. Arcanine doesn't get burned right now. Doesn't get burned at this stage. Now you're going for Porygon Z, you're going for Iron Head here. Yeah. And I have a feeling, does this have Morning Sun? I hope he does have Morning Sun, please. But yeah. This may be a wrap. This may be a wrap, I would say. Go to roost. Roosting all the EPs, you know. There's some form of longevity. Alakazam stuck there. Back to Mew. Back to Arcanine. Yes. I shouldn't be asking for a ghost, but you know, I was thinking, hopefully Arcanine should have Morning Sun with Howl. If not, it would resort to things like Crunch. And we'll see who will be in. This may be a stalemate after. An eventual stalemate, but there's one thing it has to go with. And speaking of which, coming from this Camomons meta game, we just received word from the official overused meta game that Cinderace and Magearna are banned from the tier. However, since what I said earlier is more of a it's patterned after the initial tiering from the overused metagame, we can still use Cinderace and Magearna in this metagame. So this is the first time that we will see it. The very first time that we have witnessed a Pokemon that was banned from the official metagame, the official overused metagame, to be, you know, to have this form of that was sad. Well, that's intended. Thunder Wave is really meant for hacking people out, you know. On another hand, you may witness a Magearna and Cinderace in this metagame, in this Camomons metagame, but let's see which of them. Oh, wait. It maybe grows. Yeah, Andyboy may win this. Dazzling Gleam. 9 remaining. Okay, probably that's 8. And Shadow Ball didn't hit that hard, so those were good games. Okay, congrats, Andy. Let's go. We'll be back after a few messages. And now introducing the champion of the Camomons Isle of Armor launch tournament, no other than Andyboy. So hello there, Andy. Congratulations on winning the tournament.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So what were your thoughts on on all the teams you've built, the entire tournament, and all?
Sure. Well, yeah, to be completely honest with you, I've been upfront with this with a lot of people. I've never considered myself amazing at team building, nor is it something that I've enjoyed about Pokemon a lot. I just really enjoy playing for the most part, and the team building thing is something that I don't know, I can sometimes do, but it's something that I kind of struggle with and I don't enjoy a ton. So to be completely upfront with you, I did not build that many teams that I used this tournament. I have a lot of really great friends that are also really skilled at Camomons that gave me some teams, mainly in the hills and Chazm, provided most of the builds that I use. The game 1 team that you saw me using was in the hills' balance, and then game 2 was a Chazm HO that I've been using a lot. And a lot of my prep that I've been doing this tournament, it was actually just making a few slight changes, looking over my opponent's replays, noting some things that they did a lot, some things that they were weak to, and then making a few tweaks to some of the teams that I already had to take that on. So what you saw, game 2 was the biggest, was the Chazm HO. The main thing that I noticed that Jrdn was doing a lot of was he was using a lot of dark type breakers, like a lot of banded, dark poison, or dark steel Urshifu, or just dark types in general to break the opposing team. So my solution to that was running the Magearna, basically, the Magearna typing Mew with Grassy Seed, with Nasty Plot and offense, like just offensive with dual stabs and roost. So I noticed that it took on a lot of the stuff that offensively it checked a lot of the dark types that he was running, and it was also pretty hard for him to hit a lot of the time as well, especially when I had the defense boost from Grassy Seed. I never got the opportunity to actually use it, but it came in pretty clutch because he had a dark ice Porygon Z with specs, and it would have destroyed my team if I didn't have that to kind of soft check it. Otherwise it would have got a kill every time I came in. So yeah, that was most of it. I built one rain team that I used one round, and I used it once, and then that was it. I didn't end up. I probably would have used it for game 3 in this if it came to that, but I wanted to, so I didn't have to do that.
So you actually built the rain team?
Yes, I did build the rain.
Oh,
it's I don't know. It's nothing too special. It's just like it's obviously Pelipper, and then the main thing that I really wanted to use with that was a really, really good new set that's been rising in popularity recently in Electric Flying. So it has Thunder and Hurricane, and then Roost and Nasty Plot. It's just like really difficult to stop offensively, and it hits really hard with its dual stabs and has really good coverage for like it has really good defensive typing, and it's really good offensively as well. So it's just an amazing Mew in general, and it's really good on rain because a lot of the stuff like grass types, or mainly grass types, it exploits those really hard with stab hurricanes and just switches in really well to that, which is really important to have something that exploits grass types on a rain team. And then it had stuff like Barraskewda and Jrdn, so it had a lot of Swift Swim, so a lot of speed control. I've learned that it's really nice to have multiple Swift Swimmers on a rain team, so if one of them goes down, you have additional opportunity for speed control later on. It's just really important to have the best speed control you can possibly have on rain. So it's just kind of the way that you dictate the game and plow through your opponent's team, I've learned. And it just had, I think I had an Assault Vest for Uniclus on there as well to kind of tank, to serve as a preliminary check to some of the stronger special breakers, like Porygon Z can handle a lot of those really well. It can also kind of sit around versus a lot of grass types, because I think I was Steel Grass on that, so it's kind of an interesting typing. It helped to negate the 4 times fire weakness. It was just like a nice splashable defensive utility that I could throw in to slow down the game when it was starting to get out of hand and stuff.
Yeah, that's very cool. So what are you looking forward to in the next few weeks, in the next few months with this Camomons metagame?
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's just it's fun to play right now in general. I think it's one of the more fun OMs to play personally. It's like a lot of the other OMs. I feel like I haven't adjusted to some of the changes for post DLC yet, and I'm struggling to learn them, and it's annoying. And Camomons is something that I've kind of like just been enjoying and kind of know the meta, and I've had success in recently, mostly by playing in this tournament and winning. So that's encouraging, of course, but. I don't know, I'm just enjoying it in general. I like learning some new stuff. I'm interested to see what we're doing with Heracross. There's been a lot of discussion about whether we should get rid of Heracross recently, which is definitely, that's a hot topic. Heracross is really, really, really scary, and I think like the Ghost Normal type set that Jrdn used versus me, I was using a Fighting Ghost Slowbro as my main Heracross check, and it's kind of funny, I beat Stresh the previous round by hard walling that particular Slowbro, because obviously Ghost Fighting
Ghost normal hard walls fighting a Ghost.
Yeah.
You not only do you just you completely set up on the slope where it can't touch you at all, and you can win by coming in and setting up on something that's supposed to check Heracross. So that's definitely something that worries me about that mon, is that the most splashable check just hard loses and gets exploited by one of the best sets. One of the best
that is
sets.
true.
So I don't know. I guess stay tuned for that. That's one thing to be excited about, and one thing to look forward to is seeing what happens with Heracross and some future metagame developments and stuff. I don't know.
That's true.
It's a fun meta.
It really is, and I can really attest that I really enjoy the Camomons metagame as well, even with those kinds of threats looming here and there. And would you think that, are you looking forward to more tournaments of this kind? Are you looking forward to more?
Yeah, of course. I'm always down for Camomons tournaments. They're a blast.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and with that, again, congratulations on your win, and I'll see you around.
Thank you. See you as well.
See ya. And with that, that concludes our coverage for the Camomons Isle of Armor launch tournament. But once again, I'm Ephonos from Pokemon Showdown, and don't forget to like this video if you like this coverage, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more Camomons related content. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Stay safe.